Morning, everybody. It's 8:10 a.m., February 21st. It's OPEX, whatever you want to call it. It's the monthly expiration today. So, a lot of money is going to be rolling off. And usually, there's a change usually put in after OPEX. We have to see. I don't see how many usually there's trillions of dollars expire today. So, so sometimes expect some early volatility followed by some pinning. The last OPEX, I was able to hit an SPX butterfly on a large gamma strike. So I'm probably going to try that again today. I'll let everybody know in the Discord if I put that on. Maybe you can join me with it. Again, not financial advice. Just they're usually low risk for high reward. Okay. Now yesterday, of course, pre-market, I pretty much nailed the analysis. Now we opened up inside the previous day's range at the midpoint, which usually means chop, right? And I said the overnight profile looked like it wanted to go lower. And I said if it knocked down 61.30, we should fall. 61.20 fell. All the levels fell, right? And basically the QQQ hit last month's highs. Right? I'm gonna go into this later, but just that's what happened, right? And that I feel was the problem for the market to really go lower. Also, yesterday, a problem was Microsoft and Apple. So that was another fighting thing. I did have a short yesterday, it was profitable, but that was what was going against me in the short I was in. So, what else there was healthcare was strong. So that doesn't move markets. You can tell that was strong. We moved down, but like it wasn't an overall like lower thing. Okay. So that brings us to this. Introduce myself. Welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use market profile and volume profile to find structure in the markets along with gamma exposure level, supply and demand, the most traded price of the year, the week, the month, the week, the previous day, and my baby market internals. And market internals are just shows me what the market is capable of. That's really what it does. It shows me, and this is how I set up my trade for the day. However that looks, I have a setup. So it's awesome because I was live again yesterday, and I was asking one of my community members if my stuff is difficult, and he told me it is, which I believe it probably is at first. But he's like, now that I'm live with you, I looked at all the things you look at, everything makes sense. I believe he actually even said he's a better trader, and that's my goal, right? I want to give you tools to look at that I look at, right? That basically give you an edge on where to follow weakness or strength and how the markets actually work, right? I don't know if G-Man's here right now, but I had a discussion. He's another community member, and he was saying that he used to use moving averages to like say, "Ooh, I'm bullish," "Ooh, or I'm bearish," right? And he used to get like everybody, you get seduced by these price action candles, big green candle, big red candle, right? But then if you look under the hood with the market internals, I'm like, this is not a strong market, right? But like I wouldn't know that either before I use the market internals. Like you see green candles moving up, if you don't know the underpinnings, the real guts of the market, you're gonna think, oh man, we're going up. Meanwhile, I'm looking at a short. So that's just some of the things. All right. Now, every day I do this. Hopefully, you come join me. All right. Set an alert. Subscribe. Right. Join my content. If you enjoy that content, smash the like button. All right. Smash that like button. Now, I have put out multiple videos. I still have one left. Now, I've had 2 days of positive trades, and they just they were good. They weren't like amazing, right? And what I've been noticing about my own trading as of late is it's all about risk management. It's all about risk management, right? So, and you always got to analyze your how you're doing, right? And what I've noticed, right? We've been in kind of like a range bound market even though we went to all-time highs, right? We're kind of still in this big balance area, right? And the market isn't trending. It kind of just goes up, it goes back down. It goes up. And what I'm realizing in my day trades, right? My trades, I've been hitting my first target on my trades, right? And let's just say it's a 4 point stop. 8 points is a 2 to 1 return. So I'll just use $100. If I'm risking $100, right? That first target gets hit, right? And if I just wanted to be all out, that would be a 2 to 1. My risk would be 100. I would make 200, right? And most people would take that, right? That's if you risked 500, you'd get $1,000. Okay, so I've been getting my first target hit, and what I do is I take half off there. So if I'm risking 100, my first target gives me back my 100, and then I go to break even. So now I'm guaranteed to make 100, right? But in this market, I don't seem to get too many targets hit after that. It seems to go back up, right? So I'm going to start to adjust. Now, again, we get into a trending market, I will go back probably to that. But I think what I'm either going to do is I'm going to go all in, all out. Take like I said, if I'm risking 100, take the $200 and be happy with it. Or I'm going to try to take 75% off instead of 50 and then hold the runner. Cuz I have to change because that dramatically changes the P&L. It really does change it because if I just like I said, let's say if it's $100 I'm risking. If it's $100 and I'm only getting $100, $100, $100 when I could have been getting $200, $200, $200. That's a significant difference, right? And this is how you got to keep changing with the markets, because when the markets are trending, you get bigger runs in the intraday. When it's basing, it's like if you don't get that first big push down, the moves aren't as big one way or the other unless there's a catalyst, right? So just explaining that. Of course, like I got into a soliloquy there. I just wanted to explain a little bit of the trading, right? I was live yesterday. I took a trade live yesterday. I took a trade live the other day, the day before that. So you can see everything I'm thinking, everything I'm seeing. Hopefully, you come join me, right? And where is that going to be? Confluence Trading on Discord. I will go live again today. And maybe you see this little Rosadaza woman right here. She's very busy. She says she's going to come into my community Discord, but then she's nowhere to be found. She's a Where's Waldo. She's on back of milk cartons. That's how old I am. Back of milk cartons. All right. Now, let's get right into this watch list here, the futures watch list. And we'll get into some other stuff that we're going to talk about later, right? But let's see what's moving markets. Boom. So this is our futures watch list. All right. Leading the pack, Ethereum up 2.98, Bitcoin's up 0.72, almost cracking the 100K. Russell up 0.44, Nasdaq's up 0.36, the dollar's up 0.34, the 30-year bonds are being bought. ES is pretty much flat, gold down 0.32, 10-year yield is down 0.36. Okay, silver is down 0.36, the Dow is down 0.52. That's large in part to United Healthcare that just is getting an investigation, and they're pretty much down almost 12%. Now crude is down 0.76 and VIX is down 1.72. Now back to crude. I'll give credit to this one guy that I like watching. I think his on YouTube is called Figuring Out Money. His name is, I don't want to get this wrong. I believe it's Michael Silva, right? I'm giving credit where credit's due. he showed the correlation between the 10-year yield and the crude, and it's pretty cool. Crude seems to be leads. It tends to lead where the 10-year yield goes. It's pretty nuts. I've showed this before. I'll show it again. But see, crude is going down, and look at the 10-year yield. So it's a pretty cool. Yeah, see, G-Man, you know that. He shows you a lot of stuff. I mean, it is a lot. I mean, but it's just cool. It almost like reminds me of me because he's like, we got this tool, we got that tool. He does a whole thing with Bitcoin and gold, and it's pretty cool. It's a lot. So like he looks at a lot of stuff. So he makes me look like I don't look at anything, and I look at a lot. So just wanted to talk about that. Now moving on to the Mag 7 Plus. I'm getting very talkative this morning. Um, Coinbase up 4.19. Now Meta has sold off. It's at $700. And just to let you know, that is a gamma flip point for next month. So right now, underneath that, Meta can fall. Holds it, Meta can be set for a run. All right. Now Eli Lilly, this weekend I had it. You can check my community Discord that I wanted to go long. Eli Lilly. Well, by the time the market opened up on Monday, it already was like past where I wanted to get in, and I was just like, "Oh, I'll wait for a pullback." Well, that pullback didn't happen, right? Um, Amazon's up 0.39, Microsoft up 0.36. Let's see if Microsoft can crack the 420, right? Let's see. They have that quantum computing thing come out. Tesla had some recalls, but it's not hurting the stock right now. Let's look at Broadcom. Broadcom is the laggards are nothing here. 0.06 Berkshire Hathaway and Broadcom down 0.14. That's nothing, right? Top sector stocks. Here we go. Let's see who's leading the pack. Goldman Sachs, followed by Salesforce down up 0.49. I'm sorry. Uber's up 0.33. Morgan Stanley's up 0.31. Looks like the financials getting some love today. Now, J&J down 0.11. Exxon down 0.38, and United Healthcare is getting destroyed right now, down 11.45. Okay, I am a holder of United Healthcare. I am a holder. So this happens from time to time in United Healthcare. So to me, I'm just like looking to nibble more. Really, again, not financial advice, but that's a pretty good level that it's at right now. Um, so I'm gonna probably nibble, and then if it goes farther, then I'll nibble some more. All right. Now let's look at the granular list here. More granular. Whoa, Jesus! This thing has finally broke out here. Celsius. I've been watching that. It's just been getting murdered. Up 32% today. Wow. And then Melly. Okay, that stock is like ridiculously expensive. Melly is like the Amazon, I believe, of Latin America. Up 11.35%. All right, your IonQ, that's your quantum computing, up 4%. Baba is making me cry. I owned that, I think, at like 60 or 70 bucks at one point. Hood up 2.64. Supermicrocomputers continues to push to up 2.26. Ride up 1.98. Unity Software up 1.96. We'll end with the 1%ers here. Mara's up 1.50. Hims, that's another one making me shed a tear. I was ready to buy it at 20 something, didn't do it. Regret. Palantir at 21, regret. MicroStrategies up 1.17. Viking Therapeutics up 1.17. Now let's move on to the laggards. The laggards. Let's see here. And Nubank. I am a holder of Nubank. All right, I am a holder of Nubank. I don't like to see that. Down 7.65. Humana, remember, Health, probably in sympathy with United Healthcare, down 5.64. CVS, this is all I believe in sympathy with United Healthcare, down 4.82. Ring Central, down 4.29. Herbalife, down 1.25. Lucid down 1.21, and AstraZeneca down 1.03, and Target down 1%. All right, that rounds out our granular list here. Moving on to the guts of the market, I like to call it. I know it's a little graphic, but that's what I like to call it. Right now, the consumer discretionary is up 0.31. That's your Tesla and your Amazon and your Home Depot. Okay, semis, we know who they are: Nvidia, AMD, Qualcomm, those ones, right? Up 0.25. Financials up 0.21. Technology up 0.20. That's your Nvidia, that's your Microsoft, that's your Apple. Communications, that's your Meta and your Google, up 2.20. United Healthcare. Utilities up 0.06. Now the laggards here: energy and healthcare. That's your United Healthcare. It's the second largest holding in the healthcare sector. It's now probably not the number one holding in the Dow. So the Dow doesn't isn't market cap weighted; it's price. So whatever has the largest price is the largest weight. So it's not a market cap weighted index; it's a price. It's by price, right? So let's see, Goldman Sachs now is the number one holding because it's the highest price. So that's how that works. So like I said, I'm gonna look to nibble on that. And let's see here. Let's go with losing my train of thought. We're gonna go with the economic calendar, the news, everything that I talking about. We got some news to talk about here. We got some news to talk about here. All right. We news and economic calendar. Early economic calendar today. Finally, we got some market movers today. 9:45, you got PMI. All right. 10 a.m. existing home sales and Michigan consumer sentiment. And then you got a Fed speak today. Fed Daily 11:30. Fed Jefferson 11:30. But really, Michigan consumer sentiment, the last time it took down the market, right? Previous 71.1, consensus 67.8. All right. That's what we're looking at there. So we will have to see that your economic calendar. I don't know if I put this up there, but I believe I did, but maybe I didn't. Now we're getting into some news here. Let's get into the news. All right. So let's see here. United Healthcare shares slipped on Wall Street Journal report that the Department of Justice has begun an investigation into the firm's Medicare billing practices in recent months. All right. Block shares slumped after the payments firm reported lower than expected fourth quarter income despite receiving a boost from relatively strong holiday spending activity and post-election spike in the price of Bitcoin. And here's Celsius. Celsius rocketed by more than 30% after the energy drink maker announced it's set up to acquire rival Alani Nu. I saw that yesterday. Rivian shares sank after the electric vehicle manufacturer issued a downbeat first quarter delivery forecast. They're just not doing great. Let's see here. Yeah, we're done with that. Let's move over to this. Now, Tesla recalls 380,000 vehicles in U.S. over power steering issue. All right, let's see. Newmont beats fourth quarter profit estimate, higher gold production. BlackRock resumes stewardship talks after reviewing new ESG guidance. We talked about Spirit Airlines gets court approval for 795 million debt deal. Interesting. Now, let's look at anything else. All right, let's see. Apple and Tesla. A high-level Japanese group that includes a former prime minister has drawn up plans for Tesla to invest in Nissan after the collapse of its merger talks with Honda. Interesting. Let's see. Like I said, I'll only talk about something that I feel is like, all right, let's see about Meta. The company has cut back on its yearly distribution of stock options by about 10% for tens of thousands of employees, despite the social media giant trading at record highs this month. Interesting. Now, Netflix and Warner Brothers and Discovery. Pepperdine University sued Netflix and Warner Brothers Discovery on Thursday, claiming their upcoming comedy series about a Los Angeles pro basketball team called the Waves violates the school trademarks. Woo. Okay. All right. All right. Walmart raised its target price 150 and 110, even though they had a poor guidance yesterday. All right. Let's look at upgrades. Let's see how we're looking here. Upgrades. Grab. I have to admit, transparency. I did buy some Grab. I did buy some Grab. Now, $5 is a very important price. $5. Okay? $5 is an important price. So, Grab was upgraded to neutral to overweight. Let's see. All right. Unity Software upgraded. Hold to a buy. Let's look at downgrades. Wow, this Akame Technologies all downgraded. Okay. Let's see here. Jack in the Box downgraded. What else? Mondelez International downgraded. Buy to a hold. Rivian downgraded. All right, that's about it for there. Let's move on. Let's move on to daily charts. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. Not sure if Rosita is still here. She's very busy. Very busy. Let's look at daily charts. Okay. So we love hitting this trend line, right? 1, 2, 9 EMA daily, right? Big wick, right? So we opened up here, opened up, only made a little bit of move higher, and then boom, boom, took out 1, 2, 3 days, right? Makes sense, makes sense. But what happened? Oh, I'm gonna buy, and the market just bought it right back up, right? Now, where are we at now? 610.80, 610.80, 610.80. Of course, we're at last week's highs. We're at last month's highs. And in futures, we're at the monster level that I keep talking about, around the 61.34 to 37.38 area, 61.30 area, right? We're there. We're there again. Unbelievable, right? So let's look at futures. Now you can just see in futures, right? It's just like this little rounded up top here. And we're revolving around the 61.30 area right here. And if you look back, that's the swing high here. If you look back, look at the consolidation here. This is why this keeps becoming the most traded price of the last year, the rolling year of the year to date, of the month to date. So it's just a monster level. People keep gravitating towards this price. It just means that the shorts are loading up there, the longs are loading up there. It's traffic. It's traffic. It's LA traffic rush hour. It's New York rush hour traffic. And it just keeps going. Now, what happens? We go away from it. Look, oh my God. And then we sell off. Then we go lower before it. Oh my God. And it gets bought. That's what's happening here, folks. Now, another level, just so, is SPX, right? The level we keep playing with is what? 60-100. Right here. Very large gamma level. 60-100. It just can't seem to get under it right now. Okay? Moving on. Qs. Moving on. Qs. All right. Now, 3-day balance broke all 3 of those lows. Okay, maybe we're going to do something. But there's last month's highs right here. There's last month's highs in the 9 EMA daily. Oh, let's just buy it up. Let's just buy it up and go right back into balance. Unbelievable, right? Where are we at now? 539. Let's call it 20. 539.20. We're at the highs of yesterday. All the selling has been taken back, like it didn't happen. So that just tells you this market doesn't know what to do. Oh, we're selling off. Oh, we're buying a dip. It's just, that's why I was telling you earlier about my risk management, my trading, right? Like, when I'm saying I missed the big short, the first short, that would have nailed my targets, right? So then I went to a short that is still in my game plan to short pops yesterday. So I didn't get that big move, but I got a good move. It's just like I said, the market, in a typical market that sells off like that and starts to trend, I'm going to get more targets hit. But it's not the environment we're in. Okay? So let's go futures. Let's look at futures. I'm getting long-winded today. Look at this balance area. This is a balance area, right? Futures tells it all. The QQQ doesn't tell this picture like the futures does, right? So look, up, up, Oh, let's go down. Now we're back up. And where are we at? Last week's highs. We're back at last week's highs, right? So if you're looking at this balance, 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 broke lower, couldn't go. This could now go back this way, break these highs. Or we just stay in balance. Who knows what's going to happen, right? Nobody knows. Now, just to give you a quick look at our good RSP, that's your equal weighted, right? Look at that thing. Does that look like it's going anywhere? Look at this. Huh, 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 huh. It's not doing anything. Now, don't get me wrong. If it breaks out of this 183 level, yeah, look at this poor structure here. This can clean that up. But the market equal weight is doing nothing, right? Now, back to, we just did QQQ, right? Now we're going to go to the triple-headed monster. Let's go to that 10-year yield. Now, let's look at the 10-year yield real quick. I'll just pull up a study, the comparison study. Okay, let's do that. I don't know why caps lock is on. So comparison, and then go to crude, right? Remember I told you crude. It's just pretty cool. I just think this is really cool that, let's do a line, all right, that you can see the correlation. Let's zoom in and look at crude. Look at crude, right? Crude peaked out here, started dipping. Look at the 10-year yield. Whoop. Look at crude. Spike up, spike up. Crude starts to go down before 10-year yield. 10-year yield going lower. So it's just really like pretty crazy. Look, crude leads. Crude's going up before 10-year yield, right? Starts to push up here. And look, 10-year yield goes lower. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Let's get rid of that. Pretty crazy. I just wanted to show you that. I think that's just really cool. All right. So what do we have? We have it's trending lower, right? I keep talking about that 4.4 yield. You got to take that out. You got to take that out. Okay. All right. This is your triple headed. Not even sure if I put this up. My head's going crazy this morning. All right. Now, second is the dollar. The dollar actually has been falling, which is not exactly bad for equities. Look at that. All right. Let's just add a trend line here. And okay, you have it here, and then you have a secondary trend. Let's go here. Okay, so we're downtrending here. Probably can even do a little bit of a descending wedge there, right? Typically, descending wedges, like I said, I'm not a big pattern guy, are basically compressing, and usually if you break to the upside, it could be a bullish thing, right? All right, so that's our dollar, right? Look at that, compressing. Okay. Now, largest weight in the dollar is the euro. Euro should be rising, and it is, right? Not crazy. Now let's see the yen's doing, right? Let's just see what that yen is doing. The yen is starting to push up. So this is the second largest weight against the dollar, the yen. Okay. The euro is the largest though at I think it's 57.6%. Okay. All right, that wraps up that. All right. Now, moving on. Moving on to the main event here. We're going to go right into the main event here. Actually, before I do that, let's show you something here. And I'll just show you in the ES. Showing you some bonus stuff today. Let's do it. Let's go to the hourly chart here. Give me 1 second while I pull that up. All right, so hourly charts. Hourly charts. Let's do it. Just to show you the ES, right? I'm going to show you how I was gauging yesterday. Now look at this friggin' level. Remember I told you about this? 61.35, 32, right? These hot pink and yellow lines. That means the yellow is the most traded price of it from a year ago, and the hot pink is this year. So that's how much this price has been traded on. Okay, so let's go to a 4 hour just to compress it, right? So and you can really see how much time we've spent here, right? So this is a very important level. So what I did, I'm going to go back to the hourly chart. So on the hourly chart here, let's expand it out of here. All right. So from this swing low, I did an anchor VWAP. And look at that white line, right? White line hasn't been touched until yesterday. Now look what happened here with this candle. It literally went right to it, and then it was battling it and battling it, and then boop. And what this signifies, right? This level. That's why I love anchor VWAPs, right? So from this swing low, buyers are in control. Average buyer, average buyer. Then poof, they're underwater. And then they recover. So now the average buyer from this point is still in profit, right? That's what I love about anchor VWAPs because it's indisputable. It's not a moving average. It's based on people buying. It's based on true buying, right? So it's awesome, right? So I just wanted to show you that, okay? And this monster level. Look at this. Look at this price action. Oh, no, we're going up. No, we're not. We're going down. Blah, 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 right? And now, look, we're consolidating around this level. Now, I got to say, I believe today, as long as we hold this level, guess what's going to happen to these shorts? Because if they're still holding and we start going in and start pushing up, yeah, they're going to cover and we'll probably go back out. And this might start a new balance area. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. So let's move on to the market profile, volume profile. And G-Man knows a lot of the stuff I'm talking about because he was live yesterday with me. So let's move on here. Like I said, apologize for being long-winded. Maybe I'm excited for some reason today. All right, just flipping over. We'll look right at this ES. Now you just looked at the hourly chart candlesticks. Now we just look at the boom right here. All right, all right, all right. Let's look at this together. Obviously together. All right, and all these sessions. Boop, 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 right? We know that already. So we got a monster level. Right now we look at the profile. Right. Pretty much a bell curve, right? Price is right here, right? So the market, let's just go to a story. 61.57 I saw the other day was a key level. It broke it, right? Went out of the balance area. Okay, and this is why I talked about this profile yesterday. I said this is incomplete this is a bearish imbalance, I said. And I said this could get cleaned up and then 61.30 is going to get challenged. Right? Remember I said that. G-Man's probably the only one in here. Thank you, G-Man. You're right. I do need a trademark. So, yeah, so the story, right? So what this was is a look above and fail. This was the balance area for the time being. What did we do? You broke balance, right? This is known as the test. Now, the move would be confirmed with a move higher, right? That would be a confirmed breakout. However, what did we do? We came back into balance, right? So all longs put on notice. What I didn't like yesterday is we opened up yesterday right here in the mid of the prior day. That's what took me like I that hesitate made me hesitate on shorting because I don't like to short in the mid of a session. Usually get chopped up, right? So and I. Still was like, So what happened yesterday, right? That's why this happened. You look above and fail, all longs put on notice. You come back through balance, right? And where do we go to? I said 6130 is the key level right here. You got the most traded price of the year here. And these, and I said, this is also, just want to make sure you understand what I'm looking at. You had a value area low here, right? An overnight low. Then you had another RTH low, a real-time trading sessions low, all right here, and the most traded price of the year. So I said that that level gets taken out, and we did a look above and fell. What's going to happen when we visit there, right? What's going to happen? So if we break out this trading session, right? Because a lot of one guy in my community came in, he's like, "What happened?" Now I'm not aware of news that happened. I don't think it was news. I think it was the look above and fail. So we opened, only had this much long, and then the single prints happened, right? And then it was, this is A period, right? So A period, then when it went to test this area, what did it do? It ripped all the way down to here. Where I said the other level was around 6120, and then it got bought up, tested VWAP, and ripped back down. And then that was all she wrote because the market just couldn't get lower, and we wound up pushing back up, right? So, all right. Now, let's look at this together. Let's look at this together. Okay, so obviously monster level. Now we have a poor high here. It's like a double top in the overnight, right? And you got this squat profile. This little baby squat thing. Very balanced, right? Very balanced. Holding above the big level. Holding above the big level. So right away, we know this level is a monster level. 6135 to 6130. We know this is monster. We know another thing, right? Remember, this is the look above and fail. Well, now we went to the other side and failed. So shorts here on notice. On notice. Shorts here on notice, right? All it takes is going to take is a little pop, boop, 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 and start to creep up. This is single prints. This is last week's highs. All that needs to do is start to creep back up, and either this is a balance, we stay in balance, or we break out. Okay? That's the story. That is the story. Okay? So it's all about, right? And now there is a key level here. All right? This 12-hour supply starts right where this double top is. 61. Write this down. 61.41.50. It's 12-hour supply. It happens to be the overnight lows from yesterday. Okay? It's in the single prints of yesterday. And it's just a big level. Okay? There's supply all the way up to here. Now, it's a little different. Usually, like supply, if you're balancing, like you'd be like, I don't know, that could be tough to get through, right? Well, when you have a balance area and you go back and you fail to go lower and you go back up, well, then, like I said, it just, shorts are going to eventually puke. They're going to have to go, shit, I'm holding. Oh, and then they got to like cover, right? So that's what that is. I think I'm just going to get right into scenarios. Freaking talking your ear off today. Talking your ear off. All right, let's get into scenarios here. Let's go with the bull. We know 6135 area right here. It's the close right here. Okay. You just want to defend it. So what I would like to see, right? This level right here, this 12-hour supply right here. All right, clean up this poor high. Do one of these. Maybe hit last week's highs. And then be like, oh boy, we're going to go and break this level. Oh my God. And then we hold it. Lower high, lower high. Nah, that's the fuel. You rip those single prints out and you see if you can keep moving up all the way to this 61.56, which was the prior high when we broke out, and see if you can continue and finally get some momentum going. All right. Now, below this, acceptance below this level, I really don't want to go long. I'm being honest with you. It's probably all I'm interested in. Now, you could get a bear trap, do one of these, whoop, and then this. I'm still interested in the long. You accept price down here, that is not good. Okay? That's your barometer. It's your bull bear line. Now, bear side. Bear side. All right? We know we got 12-hour supply here. We know we have last week's highs right there, 61.46. We know we got our monster level, 61.35 to 61.30. Okay? So, it's all about this bull bear line, 61.35. That's what it's about. Acceptance below, acceptance above. In this case, bear side, right? So, if I'm a bear, I want to see this tested. Boop. You could do the same thing like I just said. Come into this supply, fail, right? Fail. This will not be easy to cut through. If it is, that's even more market generator information. If it's cut through easily, then that's even more of a win for the bears, right? So you kind of just mosey and cut, and then you start doing this. Take out the overnight lows, and you start doing this. You find acceptance. You migrate that VPOC lower in the session. That is not good. We can really go down, test yesterday's lows, and maybe make it down to what I thought would be my target yesterday, 60.88. Okay? 60.88. Now, if this happens to be a new balance area, right? We're going to start making a balance area from here to here, let's say. Then we can come up. Let's say the market's not that strong. And we're just moseying up, short covering, and then you come up to here, supply, and then go boop, and we probably go back to the mean. All right, that's my plan for today for the ES. NASDAQ. Look at the friggin' NASDAQ. It's a little gap up right now. Unbelievable. 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 All right. So let's look at some key levels. Like I said, I'm going to be a little quicker on this one. You got a big balance profile. Okay. Big balance profile. Now, in this case, inventory wise, okay, that's the only short to this much long. So let's say that's about 85% net long in the overnight. Okay. You have single prints here in the overnight session. That's emotional buying. Very thin volume. Very thin volume at the top of the range. Now, 221.85 is the most traded price of the week. Except value above here, that's bullish. Go below it, you can start going bearish. Okay. We do have a big balance area here. Right here to here. It's just a big area. That's why I'm saying this market just doesn't know what it wants. All right, we broke this key level I talked about yesterday. All right, so this supply is broken. That supply is broken. We're like basically at the highs yesterday. It's a small gap if it starts to go up. And then you got supply up here, right? So key levels today, 222.99 up here. Okay, 222.99. Now, this area also is the 220, let's call it 222.35 to 45 right here. You got the overnight highs and two other highs. Where are they getting resistance and problems? At last week's highs. Okay, at last week's highs. We got our most traded price of the week. Okay, now let's look at this overnight low. Right, overnight low kind of lines up with these levels. Now, these levels are taken out, so it's less powerful to break that. Okay, it's less powerful. I'm just trying to look at anything else that I think's important. Now, overnight level, almost traded price of the overnight, lines up with this demand. All right, if this is broken, then the next move is here. Let's just have this. We'll see. Right. Let's just get right into scenarios here. We'll start with the bull side. All right, so pretty extended here, right? Pretty extended. There's probably another demand here. Let's just look at the. We'll push out the price action here. Let's just see. That's the demand. Right here is probably another demand, probably right above most traded price of the week. Right, so a lot of consolidation, then it just ripped up. Right. Okay, so we got single prints. Let's talk about it. We got single prints in here, right? So this thin volume and this is an area, you want to defend it. Right now, single prints usually shouldn't act as support, and when they do, it's bullish. Okay, so we're battling last week's highs, right? People are taking profits here. So you can clean this very easily. And then either you dip your toe into this demand, and there's probably another demand, like I said, right here. You hold and hold and hold. We can start to take out this area here. And then go into the supply and try to go for the 2299. Okay. You still have a high here, 22320. All right. So maybe we do that. Right. You have a demand here. So like I said, could be a bear trap if you go, oh, and then you go back over this level, you can go higher. Okay. Underneath, anything underneath except the value below this is probably not the best. Okay. So that's longs. Let's go shorts. All right. So like I said, this area, bears want to defend, and they're doing a job of it right now, trying to accept price over the last week's highs, right? So this could be, and we know we're 85% net long, and we have single prints in here. Now, bring up Elfie. I like to talk about Elfie. Single prints are like a toothpick holding up an elephant. They shouldn't hold up the elephant, right? So if the market gets cooking and you start to take profit, this is where you could be a decent trade in this area, right? Now, if you find acceptance below this area, right? So this area is very crucial. But if you rip below and you start holding and holding and holding, right? This is the most traded price of the overnight. You take that out, you probably take out the overnight lows of 22104. And now there's demand down here. You possibly can go down to 22050. Okay, like I said, if the new balance area is actually here, and this market's still indecisive, if we come up and price comes all the way up into this area, right? 22299. It's kind of like a balancy high, right? If the market is not that strong and then it goes boop, boop, it can go right back to the mean. Now remember, keep in mind today is OPEX. Doesn't always have to happen, but we tend to pin after the morning session. You tend to get these large gamma strikes and you pin. Okay? So, I'm going to leave you with that. Now, I will show you. Let me just run. I don't know. I believe it's after 9 o'clock, but I'll just do it anyway. I'm going to run my little app for gamma levels. So just to give you an idea of today's largest gamma levels, okay, in SPX. So that's where I will probably put on a butterfly. And depending on what I'm seeing in the markets, obviously. So let's go to 221. I'm going to run my analysis here. Give me a sec. And then I'll show you exactly what you should look for and what possibly could be a pinning strike. Okay. All right. So we got the levels. Let's go. Now, these might change a little bit after the market open, but I still want to give you this level. All right. Now remember, like I said, it's probably going to be a little different. So let's look at the SPX. All right. Now, here is gamma levels, right? They're kind of flipped. Usually, so this is because I don't. Maybe now. You know what? Let me run it again because it's 9 a.m. That is not usually how the SPX looks. There we go. 9 a.m. That's why I do it every day at 9 a.m. It just flipped. All right. So open it up again. Now we're cooking. See how it flipped? That's how it normally looks. Okay. So this is important. Look at the largest gamma level today. 6150. Okay. What's the second one? 6125. Now, SPX does not really show you price until the market opens. Like SPY will show me now the price. Okay? You could even do this on SPY as well. So right now, 6125, 6150 is today's highest gamma level is 6150. So if the market starts to creep back up, really watch how we handle 6150. 6150. All right, 6125 is the second one. This could change and this could grow. This could go down a little bit. We'll see. But right now, 6150 and 6125, I will probably play a butterfly against the SPX. If I see them going around, now don't get me wrong, don't get fooled. They can go like this and come right back. Okay, and what this means is this is market makers' most gamma exposure. Okay, their job today is to not go above it, not go below it, and they want to stay neutral. So you'll see it happen, and it would just be like boop, go a little away, gravitate back, go a little down, gravitate back, and then towards the end, the close, it will get really tight. So just giving you that tidbit. That's it today. I was extra long-winded today. I apologize. I thought I gave you some bonus. And hopefully you liked what you saw. Smash that like button. All right. And as always, subscribe. Set an alert. All right. Now, today I'll be live again in the Discord server. All right. So that's Elfie. Elfie's in the mix in the Nasdaq. Elfie's in the mix in the Nasdaq. This is Confluence. My Discord server is called Confluence Trading. So hopefully you come join. I'll be live again today. Maybe Rosita will make an appearance. She says she will, but she doesn't show up. So, with that being said, if you're new and you're listening to me, what I'll do for anyone, give me any stock, one per person, of gamma levels that you want to see. And then if the market is like kind of slow or whatever, I'll run it. I'll run the gamma levels on any stock you want to see, and then we will go over what it means. Okay? So any stock, pick one, shoot it into the live chat. We'll look at it together, right? Because gamma levels are telling you what the market believes the market could do. It's just very powerful. All right? So everybody have a great day. Hopefully I'll see you later in my Discord server. I'll be live again. All right? Everybody, I'll see you in a little bit, or I'll see you next week.